Hi everybody, my name is Danielle Goulden. I'm a former nuclear biological chemical defense specialist in the United States Marine Corps. That job title is now called CBRN for those who want to know. I trained at Parris Island, South Carolina for my boot camp, my recruit training, and then at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri for my NBC defense training. And I was stationed at MAG 49 in Willow Grove, Pennsylvania, where I assisted in running the gas chambers for fellow Marines of all ranks. Forgive me, I'm reading from some notes here. So within the gas chamber, we used a substance called CS, which is essentially the same thing as tear gas. So why am I making this video? I'm making this video for the protesters who are being attacked with tear gas all around the United States because I have a very unique and specific training as to how to advise how to handle it. Also, having worked in the gas chamber, I've experienced its effects, the effects of tear gas and CS firsthand many, many times. And while it is indeed very uncomfortable, it is not lethal. So I'm going to give you some pointers to have some confidence in handling it because just like I taught my fellow Marines, when you don't panic, you have control over the situation. So point by point, here's what to do. Number one, first and foremost, and the most important thing that you can do, do not touch your face. Do not touch your skin. It is a basic human reaction to react to this substance, which burns. It is extremely irritating by going like this. Here is what CS is made of. Excuse me, tear gas. Here's what tear gas is made of. It is not actually a gas. It is a very, very fine powder substance. So when it's in and around your face and your body, when you touch your face, when you touch your skin, you are essentially grinding these powder particles into your tear ducts, into your mucous membranes, into your skin, causing little microabrasions. It will make the sensation, which is already unpleasant, last much longer. So first and foremost, do not touch your face, do not touch your skin. Number two, get to a well-ventilated area. You need fresh air to dispel this powder. It will blow off of you with fresh air and fresh wind. So oxygen is the thing that helps. You need to get to an open area, flap your arms up and down. I know it looks a little bit ridiculous, but you're trying to dispel and blow this powder substance off of you. Try to open your eyes, again, because the oxygen is the thing that will help this dissipate. I know it might seem and sound impossible. It's not. Just for a moment at a time even, you will greatly reduce the amount of time that you're suffering. If you have the wherewithal, try to see which way the wind is blowing. If the wind is blowing this way, go the opposite direction. Because like I said, this is a powder substance. The wind will carry it. So if you can get yourself out of that wind vector pattern, you will get to a much safer area and be able to dispel the effects much faster. Number three, simply allow the effects to happen. Here's what tear gas does. It is an irritant. It attacks your mucous membranes. It's essentially made of several other substances, but one of the major components is capsaicin. Capsaicin is the enzyme that is found in hot food. So it will get into your eyes, it will get into your lungs, it will get into your nose, your mouth, you will cough, your nose will run like you have never experienced before, your eyes will tear. Simply let it happen. Your body is flushing it out on its own. My suggestion is to bend over at the waist, just let it run. Again, I know it sounds gross. It's the only way. Avoid touching your face, avoid wiping your nose. Just let the effects happen. It will not last forever, I promise. And it will start to go away sooner than you think. Number four, this is something to be aware of. This will stay on your clothes and in your hair, specifically your hairline. It is activated by water. So if you start to sweat, you will feel it again. So not in full effect, but it will start to burn. Do not wipe your sweat away with your hands. If you have a clean cloth, I would suggest after the effects have started to dissipate, after you feel a little bit better, try to wrap a clean cloth around your head to try to avoid sweat from going into your eyes. If you have a dry, clean cloth, you can dab only if absolutely necessary. There are some suggestions going around that a solution of baking soda and water will help. only if it's a lot. This being a crystalline substance, it will travel with the water and basically just spread the area of pain, unless you have buckets full of water, a hose. Then after you let the substance dry from the air, then you can wash it off very, very carefully with lots and lots and lots of water. Be careful when you're showering. This is going to be on the outside of your clothes. It's going to stick to your clothes. So if you go into the bathroom and try to take your shirt off and you brush your face, again, you're getting that stuff all over your face. It's going to happen all over again. Try to keep your collar away from your face when you're pulling your shirt up over your head. Keep in mind, again, it's going to be in your hair. It's going to be in your hairline. When you get your hair, your head wet, it will run down. And I hate to say this, but those with male body parts, you will experience the worst pain of your life if that contaminated water reaches your private parts. So my best suggestion is to bend over at the waist again, rinse your head completely off, rinse your eyebrows. Of course, wash your hands completely and thoroughly to make sure that it's not on your hands. Let the water run off of your head in a forward direction before you let water run from the top of your body to the bottom of your body. That also, I hope, goes without saying, but people forget this. When you go to the bathroom, keep in mind, it's in your fingernails, it's on your hands. You must wash and scrub your hands with more accuracy than ever before you use the bathroom, or again, you will experience extreme pain. Overall, do not panic. The reason why I why the Marine Corps teaches confidence in a gas chamber scenario is because when you panic, you lose control. I'm teaching you and I'm telling you this right now because when you have the wherewithal of exactly what to do and you have that calm about you, you will get out of the situation in a much more effective way. However, get out of the way. If canisters are being fired at you, dodge them. I do not suggest picking them up and throwing them. You could cause very, very serious injury because most of these canisters are heat activated. You could get burned. You will get hurt if you try to pick them up and throw them. They could cause serious injury. Best advice, just get out of the way and get to a well-ventilated area. I really hope this helps. Look, Black Lives Matter. Justice for George Floyd. That's why I'm making this video, to help. I hope that it gives you some confidence. I hope that it teaches you better how to handle that situation and know that you don't have to be a victim. You can take care of yourself in this situation. God bless. Thank you.